Hi, I'm Ken Riley with Farris, Riley & Pitt, and welcome to our firm. For over 20 years, we've been helping people just like you recover from injuries they suffered by no fault of their own. We created this short video to help you understand the process and give you a roadmap of how we're going to help you. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to give us a call. We hope this video helps.
From the moment you walk through our doors or call into our office, I'll be the face you see or the voice you hear. Just think of me as your guide. Whatever questions you may have, I'll answer them or I'll get you to the person who can answer them for you. What you'll find with our firm is a culture that Ken and Kirby have been working on for almost 2 decades. We have transparency, open communication, and we work hard to find a solution for you.
The client relations team was formed by Kirby and Ken to be a liaison between you and our attorneys. What we will do is ask you as many questions as possible regarding your claim to streamline the process.
Once we've evaluated your claim, we will send you the paperwork involved for an employment agreement. Once we have all of that paperwork completed and documented, we will be able to gather a little more information about your claim. We may ask for an accident report, medical records, or pictures, just any miscellaneous documentation that can help prove your case. Once we've done that, we will pass it on to the next phase.
Once we've received your file from our intake team, we will then organize your welcome letter. Your welcome letter consists of how your case is going to be developed, and it'll also have your attorney's contact information.
While this letter is on its way to you, we will begin to set up the necessary claims with liability and health insurance carriers. We will stay in touch with these carriers throughout the life of your claim so that we can properly track your subrogation interest. A subrogation interest is a health insurance company's right to be reimbursed for any benefits paid on your behalf should you receive an award or a settlement.
Please keep in mind that if you do receive any bills from any medical providers, that you do need to get in contact with them because they can set you up with the payment plan. If you do not, then they will put you in collections.
The case development team will be your first point of contact should you have any questions regarding your case. Please feel free to contact us at any time with any questions. This completes the initial phase of your case, and your file will now move on to the legal team where it will be further developed.
After your case is opened, you'll be talking to me about anything related to your medical treatment. We want to make sure that you get all the treatment you need, so I'll be following up with you about your doctor visits, any tests or diagnosis you have done, physical therapy, any treatment you need. It's helpful if you keep track of all your visits, records, and bills you may have, and then we will put all those together and send them over to medical records.
We order all of your medical records from each facility in which you were treated. This is typically the longest process of your case, which takes between 6 to 8 weeks and can be longer depending on the facility's turnaround time. What can streamline this process is if you have any discharge records from the hospital and/or bills or records from your doctors in your possession, please provide them to your paralegal. This will help us better determine where and when you were treated so we can better obtain your records in a timely fashion. Once we receive all of your records from all of the facilities in which you were treated, we put together a med pack. This med pack is then turned over to your legal team.
Once our medical team receives all bills and records, they will prepare a medical package.
Once the medical package is complete, the handling attorney and paralegal compile what's called a demand package. The demand package consists of the medical package containing all pertinent medical records, verification of lost wages if applicable, photographs of injuries and damages, and a formal demand letter. The demand package is then sent to the liability carrier or uninsured motorist carrier depending on the case, and the negotiation process is initiated.
Once the insurance carrier receives this demand package, we typically give them 30 days to review and evaluate the claim. Once evaluation is complete, they will contact your attorney regarding a settlement offer. This is what we call a negotiation process.
The negotiation process consists of monetary amounts being shared with the attorney and the handling adjuster. This can typically take anywhere from 2 to 5 months. Once we get that initial offer, if it's not agreeable to the client, the attorney will then provide what's called a counter demand in the hopes that we can reach an agreeable settlement amount.
If you and your attorney do not agree on the final settlement offer, this will move towards our litigation team. At this time, our litigation team will file your claim within the appropriate courts.
Once you and your attorney have decided that a lawsuit needs to be filed, it transfers to our litigation team. The first formal document filed in your lawsuit is the complaint. Your attorney will locate the defendant and serve them with a copy of the complaint. The defendant will have a certain amount of time to respond to that complaint.
Once the defendant has responded to the complaint, we move into written discovery. We file written discovery with the complaint to the defendant. In turn, the defendants will file written discovery to us. Written discovery is a set of questions and requests for documents that have been sent to you. We'll work with you to make sure these are answered as accurately and completely as possible.
Once written discovery is complete, we will take party depositions. The opposing counsel will take your deposition and we will take the deposition of the opposing party. Once party depositions are complete, we will take the deposition of your treating physician and any expert witnesses.
Once depositions are complete, the process of discovery is finished. After that, we'll move to what's called mediation. Mediation is an informal settlement process. It involves a third-party objective individual, your attorney, as well as defense counsel. We'll try to come to a resolution at mediation, but if we don't, we'll move to trial. Expect your trial to last about 2 to 4 days, depending on the complexity. In trial, a judge and a jury will decide how much money to award you for your damages. Once we've received a verdict, we'll pass your file along to our financial department.
So once your case is settled through a verdict at trial or settlement with the insurance company, your case will come to us, the financial team, to do your settlement disbursement. It normally takes about 30 days for a check to come to our office and placed into our trust account before we can disperse the proceeds to you. During that 30-day process, there's a lot going on behind the scenes. The legal staff and the legal team are working to get your subrogation worked out. What subrogation is your insurance company, your medical insurance company that is paid for all of your medical treatment related to your accident is due their money back. We have to reimburse them. But what we try to do as a service to you is to get that number as small as possible. So we work with your insurance company trying to get a reduction in that number so that we can put more money in your pocket. Many times there's also medical bills that are still due at the end of your case. So we'll work with hospitals and medical providers trying to get those medical bills reduced as well. Once all that is done, then the case comes to us to finalize. I will look at your file, I'll look at all of the fees and the expenses and make sure all those numbers are accurate. I'll look at the medical subrogation and the medical bills to make sure those numbers are accurate as well. And then we try to sit down with all of our clients at the end of their case, face to face, and walk through the settlement process. I want to make sure that any questions that you might have are answered, and we basically walk through everything. And if you have any questions, I try to address them at that meeting. And then at the end of the meeting, you get your check, which I hope is always the best part of this process. Once you leave with your check, then the file then moves on to Ashley, and she does the final step in this process to close your file out.
So once Lisa gives me the file, I'm the last person to touch it, so I close everything out. But before I do that, I make sure to send all the final payments out to medical providers and insurance companies, any releases or final documentation that needs to be sent back as well. I also do follow-up letters to attorneys if they refer a client to us, like yourself. We'll make sure that they know the end results of the case, and everything's tied up with that as well. And then I go through and make sure I check everything, check it twice, make sure we completed everything to the best of our ability, and then I finally close everything out. And we want you to walk away from this experience knowing that we did the best job we could for you, and we want you to leave confident and put everything behind you.
There is one word that I can use to describe our team, and that's passionate. We're passionate about making sure that your case runs smoothly and justice is delivered to you as quickly as possible. I'm Kirby Farris with Farris, Riley & Pitt, and we appreciate representing you.